here after the first round, I wasn't sure if we're going to be able to do a 2:29, and we did 2 of them, and that was the key. That was the key, really, in the shootout. So a lot of fun. You know, I knew we had a shot at it, but the field's so tight, and Chevy brought such a great engine, and you know, I wouldn't have been surprised if we're outside the top 10 too. So you know, it's an honor to win this pole because it is a really competitive field.
I'll give credit to Bones. Bones said something to me out there. He said, it's something when you see someone that has been able to realize a dream, and in so many ways growing up. And coming up to the race the old-fashioned way.
This is a good start. You know, I mean, I want to make sure we keep the team focused because this is, I hope this is part 1 of a really magical month, and you know, we're here for race day, so this is awesome, and you know, it's bigger than our wins, and it's huge for the team, huge for Fuzzy's Vodka. You know, it's definitely a landmark day, but you know, I don't want to get overly focused on this because we have a lot of work to do yet.
Let's ask some questions here.
And was there a different strategy for the second run than the first one? Did you worry about the first 2 laps more or something?
Well, in the first one, I definitely took too hard of a warm-up lap and started to use up the tires a little bit. It really came down to strategy on how much downforce we ran in the shootout. You know, we don't run this time of day on the track. You know, normally we're off the track by 6, and you know, when we finished the first round of qualifying, we felt like we were too light on downforce, and we were planning on putting some more on for the shootout. And you know, then we were sitting there and started thinking about, you know, what the track's like at 6 o'clock every day when we finish, and you know, doing the math on what time I would be going out around 6:45. So that's 45 minutes after we normally get done, and the track temp's going to be coming down. And we chose to stay where we were in the first round. We really hardly changed the car at all, and then the Penske cars appeared to get even more aggressive and take more downforce off. And you know, I think that was a mistake, and that's what we were hoping for going into it, that someone was going to overstep it. We didn't want to be too conservative, but we were hoping that someone was going to go too far. And luckily, we had the speed in the Fuzzy Vodka machine to be quicker than the Andretti cars. But it was an awesome shootout. It was fun. Chevy shootout, I think it's called this year, right?
You're carrying the banner for the Open Wheel Nation, and what I want to know is, from your standpoint, what does the series have to do to attract more guys like yourself that come up through the ranks of the midgets and then on the sprint cars to have more open wheel drivers in this series?
Yeah, I wish there was an easy answer to that. You know, I mean, this was always where I wanted to be, and it's, you know, I think a lot of guys still dream of coming here, but you know, a lot of guys dream to go to NASCAR too, and there's easier avenues from USAC to NASCAR right now, and I hope that's something that would change. You know, Brian Clausen got a chance here last year and did a good job, and you know, he was out there for this year, and a lot of people wanted us to put him in the second car, but it just wasn't the right time. But I would certainly like to see more guys from USAC and where I came from here doing it, because you know, it's great preparation and it's great racing and great drivers. But I don't know what that answer is. You know, I think we'd have to start with more of them actually really wanting to do it and chasing it.
Ed, what goes through your mind on that 4th lap when you're seeing Will losing speed and you can see the trend that everyone else has been following?
I kind of knew on the first lap that we were going to have him, to be honest. You know, after seeing what Elio and AJ had done, I figured he would fall off too much to maintain the average that we had. But, you know, you never know. You know, Penske's pulled out so many poles at this place that you can't count them out. But after I saw Elio do his run and fall off the way he fell off, I felt like we were going to be in pretty good shape, and just really proud of the guys on the team for making the right call.
How far back does your memory of this place go? What do you first remember about it? Did you ever allow yourself to dream of a moment like this?
You know, I've been in positions to qualify in the top 10, but this was my first year where we had a chance at pole, and I thought and really believed we had a chance at pole. So we were aggressive all day long, and a little too aggressive in the first round. But to answer the first part of your question, I remember watching Rick Mears qualify here in '91 from the Turn 2 suites, and that's my first memory of qualifications here. But I told the guys before our first segment today and before the shootout that, you know, I'd be much more mad if we went conservative and didn't take a shot at it than if we, you know, took a big shot at it and missed. So they made the right calls. I'm really proud of them.
The question's for Ed.
And the fact that this place means so much to you might not mean anything when you're running that, you know, repeat run, but now that it's over and you've got it, do you let it sink in tonight maybe?
A little bit, but you know, I love the race a whole lot more than qualifying, and I really want to send the message and make sure I lead by example to the team and make sure we don't forget why we're really here. You know, this is fun and it's huge for our team. I don't want to think that it's not, but you know, the pole won't mean much if we don't go out and perform on race day. So, you know, I love it here. I love racing here. I love going fast here. You know, it's cool to see the speeds climbing again. But this track and race means a lot to the other 32 guys that are going to start the race too. So I don't think it's just special to me.
Talking about just how special it is, how much do you enjoy that the fans really embrace you as the local guy? You know, they're the one, they say, who wants to see Ed Carpenter get the pole, and everybody goes nuts. You're the guy that they kind of get behind and root for.
It's a lot of fun. You know, I've lived here since I was 8 years old. Went to school at Butler University, and probably will never leave. And you know, it gives you confidence knowing that people are behind you. And you know, I've got blessed to have a great family. A lot of them are here. Unfortunately, my parents and sister up in South Bend, because Lauren graduates from Notre Dame tomorrow, which is awesome. So it's a big weekend for our whole family.
Questions for Ed? Shy. Good. And I got to tell you, my phone has blown up.
My battery's probably dead.
A lot of people doing it, or just texting in. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.